there are people trying to make deals, and you could like feel that tangibly in the air at Gamescom. And just talking to people, I've met multiple developers that we spoke to who were like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure my game is funded, and it wasn't a week ago." I think in general, there's a lot of money for games to fund games in the games industry and bring games to market broadly. Now, I think that it's split into several buckets, and this is not uniformly distributed across everyone. So the days when just like anyone can get a couple million dollar check and start a games company, I think that's not where we are. But for experienced teams with either a very good prototype or with a good book pedigree, a very good historical pedigree, I think those are fairly easy to get funded relative to where they have been over the last couple months. So it's exciting, right? Because there's a lot of new game companies started. Two publishers are looking to publish games, and that's sort of a lot of the conversation we're having is like, do people self-publish using a service such as Uptic, or do they get a publisher and publish via a publisher? So there's like those two buckets. Those are two big buckets of money, which are focused at bringing games to market. Lastly, I think there's another bucket that someone we talk to quite a bit, which are these UA funding companies, and these are very relatively important to our industry. But then there are numerous of these companies now who've raised giant piles of money to deploy against games that have proven track records and are just looking to scale. And so all that is to say is, if you have a good team with either an early prototype or a historical pedigree and a historical success, you can get money. If you have a game that's close to finished, you can get a publisher, you can get money. And then once you have a game, you can use the UA funding to scale. And so I think while it's still hard, this is not an easy industry. It's incredibly competitive. Just thinking about it in terms of maturity of the industry, like we've gone through an initial crop of like what games look like, and we're proliferating out, and the diversity of experiences is really expanding, and the player base is expanding from there too. So yeah, couldn't agree more.